So these are the theory part. I didn't got time to put into PowerPoint, but basically these are the key points. What is IAM? I will just read out to you. What is IAM? AWS and Access Management is a web service that helps you to securely control access to AWS. I told you it is help you to access your AWS account fully, just like any admin has. You use IAM to control who is authenticated and authorized to use resources, who can sign into your account, and what type of permission the user has. That we have already demoed to you. Essentially, IAM allow you to manage user and their level of access to AWS console, right? This also we have demonstrated how the user will have the access to the console. It is important to understand IAM and how it works, and both for exam and for administration. A company's AWS account in real life. Okay. Yes, this is okay. Administering a company's account in real life. So basically, if you are going for the administration certificate, so that IAM role will play a very big picture in that certification. Plus, as a developer, when your code will run, so your code will require some permissions. Okay, so we will, when we will go with the coding part, when we will go with the develop more in depth with the course, you will get to know that how we are creating the role and what type of permission we are giving to that role. Okay, so what are the features of IAM? Shared access to your account. You can grant other people permission to the administrator, and the use resources in your AWS account without having to share your password or access key, right? I'm not sharing my key. I'm not sharing the user key. I have creating the different user, and I'm providing the user their individual keys. Granular permissions. You can grant different permission to different people for different resources. Does this sentence make sense? I have created different user. I have added different permission to different user. I have added, uh, I have created group, and I have created added people or user to different groups. So that is what granular permission. Okay, multi-factor authentication. You can add multi-factor authentication to your account and individual user for extra security. I'd already told that for root user we should enable multi-factor, but for individual user also we can add. There is a provision to for the user secure credentials. You can see here access multi enable multi-factor, right? So here you can enable that. Okay, and one more thing, we'll come back to that. Okay, identity federation. You can allow user who already have password elsewhere. For example, okay, in your corporation network or in within the internet provider, including Active Directory, Facebook, LinkedIn. Okay, so uh, when you register to, I give example. What is identity federation? It is one of the good question asked in exam. What is the identity federation? So please pay attention what I'm saying. When you create a new, sometime when you register for a website, there you get login with your Facebook account, login with your Google account, login with your Microsoft account. There are the option when you create a new account. There are some websites which ask you to, you can log in with your own existing accounts which are created in some other servers, so some other websites, right? So this is also allowed in AWS. Okay, any other user, if you want to allow through their uh, Google account, so that is also available in IAM. You can set up that also. Where that is used when you are creating any website, okay, and you want the user temporary user, they are not permanent user, they are temporary user, okay, so that is also allowed. Okay, does it make sense what is identity federation? Ankit, it is clear, right? The temporary users are created, temporary users, so which is not actually a developer, it is not in your organization, the users are external users outside your organization, and you want to uh, they will no want log into AWS account directly, they will log in through some other portals. So that is what, including Active Directory, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Gmail. Okay. Even sorry, even we can provide temporary access to your user and device. Okay, it is also possible, like I can create a user which has only life cycle of 1 day, 2 day, or 5 day, just like any person who is coming to your office for a visit. So you provide them temporary access for 1 day, right? Any visitor coming to your office, so security guy will provide them a visitor pass for 1 day. That is also possible through IAM, centralized control of your account, right? we, from IAM, the admin, the root user has the power, centralized power to access all the user, all the department, all the groups, right? Allow you to set up your own password rotation policy. That's I'm already said. Here, password, you can create a password policy, rotation policy also. Terms used in IAM: user, okay, groups, user and user. Basically, they are people. A collection of user under one set of permission. We have seen the example. Role, I haven't covered it, but you create a role and then can then assign them a AWS resources. We'll come to this roles. Okay. Policy, a document that define one or more permission, right? Policy, I think out of four, three are clear to you till now. Point to remember, IAM is universal. Okay, it does not apply to any region, right? So initially I told you, right, we are logging in different servers, different region. When as soon as I log in, I told you to log into Mumbai region, right? Here I have different regions, right? But IAM is a global, it is not in individual. It's not like you have to log in into Mumbai region or you are required in Virginia. It's a global. You can see IAM doesn't require region. This is again a exam question, it can appear, right? Root account created when first set up in your account, it is complete admin access. I have already told you. New user, new user have no permission when first created. I have pinged you the same. Assigned access key and secret key when first created. We we have already seen access key and secret key. These are not same as password. One cannot use access key and secret key to log into console, right? So console password was this. As I told you, what is console and what is programmatic, right? You, if person has this key, he cannot use this key to log in into console. Okay, if you try to log in with this user key, access key, you will get an error. Let's see, access key, right? See, so this access key and the secret key are not console keys. Keep in mind. So these are the not same as the password. One cannot use access key and secret key to log in into console. This is again a question very commonly asked. When you create a user, the question I'm framing the question. When you created a user and you shared the key, he is unable to log in to console. What might be the reason? Okay, so okay, let's create a user. Program user. I'm just giving the programmatic access, not console access. Okay, and copy from the existing. Let's just give the read access. And download tools. So let's open this and try to log in. Right. So the username is program user. And what's the password? See, as I haven't given the console access, it password is not populated, and he might be using this thing and getting error. So this is a common question asked in exam when you create a new user and he's trying to access console and he is getting error. What might be the reason? You will have four options. So the best option is that uh, you have an unable control console access to that user. That's why that user is not able to log into console. Get it? Use of access via API and command line. We have talked about that API and command line. Only get view key only once. Okay, you will get only key once. I already told that. If you lose them, you need to generate new. I will tell you how. Okay, I'm again in Parag. When I created Choti user, I didn't download the credentials of her. So now I forgot to share the credentials, so I have to recreate her credentials, right? So you can see this is how it will look like when you go to here security credentials. She doesn't have any credentials right now, so I haven't give her the access key. Here, set the password. You can see alternated a new password or custom password. Getting? Or you can, okay, you can disable the password also if you want. If you don't want the user to log in, so you can disable. Okay, no, sorry, it is exist. Okay, it is to remove the password. This is better. Okay, and if you are resetting the password, you can set user must create a new password in the next login. Does it make sense till now? Sorry. Ankit, Priyanka. So from here you can reset the password. Okay, and let's go with the programmatic user and security. So you can see disabled. So programmatic user, we haven't given that this user to access through console, so that's why it's disabled, right? Console access is not given. Okay, but we have given access key, so you can see the access key here. Your same access key will be here. See, you can compare the access key, WMD, and secret key. You won't able to see the secret key in console. Again, it's a password, right? So you won't able to see the secret key. Only access key will be given. Just a second. Okay, so you can stop this also, and if you lost this key, you have to create the new one, like here. Again, if you don't, it will ask you to download the file. So now you have the two files. So you can two access keys are active now. So for the current one, it's 0. So I can disable the last one, make it inactive. Are you clear till now? What is access key? What is control key? What is console passwords? and how these securities are working. Any doubt? Any doubt till now? Anything about what we have recap? I just had said we will recap a little bit about IAM. So till now, any doubt? Anything? Okay. So IAM is completed. The role is remaining. I will come back to role when we will use it. Okay. So user policy groups are roles as basically are used to give for the resources in AWS, not the user. User is a real people, and role is for any things which is working in AWS. So like if you are you have created an EC2 instance. EC2 instance means if you have created a CPU, a computer, that computer will have what type of access. That also you have to control. That you can't give the every computer or any instance full access. Okay, that's why it is quite confusing right now. You might confuse. We'll come back to role. What is role? When we'll go to EC2 instance, right? So for IAM, I'm completed.